If you're learning English and want a fun, relaxing way to practice, you're in the right place. This story is not just exciting, it also helps you learn grammar and vocabulary without even trying. Before we jump in, don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Now, let's go hiking in Hollywood. Leo was a 16-year-old boy who loved adventures. He didn't like sitting at home. He didn't enjoy video games or movies as much as other people. What he loved most was the feeling of exploring new places. One sunny morning, Leo woke up with a big smile. The sun was shining through his window, and the birds were singing loudly. He stretched his arms and looked at the calendar on his wall. It's the perfect day, he thought. I'm going to hike to the Hollywood sign. The Hollywood sign was something Leo had seen in many pictures. It was big, white, and famous. Tourists loved it. But Leo didn't want to see it from a distance. He wanted to stand right next to it. He packed a small backpack. Inside, he put a bottle of water, a sandwich, his phone, and a small notebook. Leo liked to write down what he saw during his adventures. He wore his favorite red hoodie and some old sneakers. His mom was in the kitchen when he walked in. She smiled and said, "Good morning, Leo." Leo smiled back. He didn't tell her where he was going. He just said, "I'm going out for a little walk." She waved at him and said, "Be careful." And just like that, he was on his way. The hike started easy. The trail was smooth, and the air smelled fresh. There were tall trees on both sides. A few other people were walking or jogging. Everyone looked happy. The sun was warm but not too hot. Leo walked slowly, looking around. He saw squirrels running across the path. He saw a butterfly land on a rock. Everything felt peaceful. After walking for a while, he stopped to drink some water. He sat on a bench and took out his notebook. He wrote, "1 hour into the hike. The view is beautiful. Birds are singing. I feel great." He smiled and closed the notebook. But soon, things started to change. The trail became steeper. The trees were thinner. The sun felt hotter. Leo started to sweat. He took off his hoodie and tied it around his waist. He didn't want to stop. The sign was close now, or at least he hoped so. But the path kept going up. His legs began to feel heavy. His water bottle was almost empty. Still, he kept walking. Minutes passed. Then more minutes. Leo looked around. There were fewer people now. The sound of birds had disappeared. He only heard the sound of his own breathing. Suddenly, Leo felt dizzy. The ground didn't feel steady. He tried to take a step, but his foot slipped on a small rock. He fell to one knee. His heart was beating fast. He whispered, "I just need to rest, just for a second." He sat down under a tree. He drank the last of his water. He leaned his head back and closed his eyes. Then everything went dark. Leo didn't know how long he was out. Maybe a few minutes. Maybe more. But when he opened his eyes, the sun was lower in the sky. His mouth was dry. His head was heavy. He sat up slowly and looked around. He was alone. The trail was silent. Did I faint? He thought. Did I fall asleep? He stood up carefully. His legs were weak. He wanted to go home, but he didn't know which way to go. That's when he heard a sound. It was quiet at first. Then it got louder. A small group of hikers was coming down the trail. Leo waved at them. A woman with a blue backpack stopped and said, "Hey, are you okay?" Leo nodded, even though he wasn't sure. She gave him water and some fruit. She told him to sit and rest. They waited with him for a while. Then, slowly, they all walked down together. The woman stayed next to him the whole time, just in case he needed help. When they reached the bottom, Leo felt better. He thanked the hikers and promised to be more careful next time. He walked home slowly, thinking about the adventure. He didn't reach the Hollywood sign, but he learned something important. He learned that sometimes the journey is more important than the goal. And sometimes you need to rest before you keep going. That night, Leo wrote in his notebook again. "Today I fainted during a hike. But I met kind people. I learned a lesson. Next time, I'll bring more water. I'll also tell Mom where I'm going." He closed the notebook and smiled. Maybe he didn't touch the Hollywood sign today, but he would try again soon. What did you learn without noticing? Surprised? You just learned a ton of useful grammar and vocabulary. Past tense verbs. Descriptive adjectives. Useful phrases like leaned back, tied around his waist, and just in case. Sentence structures used in real English conversations. And you did it all while enjoying a story. That's the power of storytelling. It helps you learn English naturally, like a native speaker. Now it's your turn. If you liked this story, please leave a comment. What would you do if you fainted on a hike? Hit the like button to support more stories like this. Subscribe to our channel so you never miss a new story. Thanks for learning with us today. See you in the next adventure.